Good day, naturally inquisitive folks. Today, we will discuss the three different contexts of a poem. But before that, let's first define context. Context refers to the background information or supporting information such as the poet's life, historical events, and cultural setting that helps us understand the deeper meaning of a poem. Now, let's talk about the importance of context. Context gives insight or viewpoint into what the poem is really about. Also, context helps readers interpret or give meaning the poet's message more accurately and connect with emotions, themes, and ideas in the poem. The three contexts of a poem are biographical context, historical context, and socio-cultural context. Let us now scrutinize biographical context. This type of context refers to how the poet's life experiences influence the poem. Knowing about the poet's background, struggles, beliefs, or relationships can help us understand the meaning behind their words. This means that a poet's life, everything they've gone through, can affect what they write in their poem. If the poet felt sad or lonely in life, they might write a sad poem. If the poet believed strongly in peace, they might write about peace and love. Example: Emily Dickinson lived a very quiet and lonely life. She often wrote poems about death and being alone. Her poem, Because I Could Not Stop for Death, shows how she thought about dying and what might happen after death. Let us now discuss historical context. This type of context is about the time when the poem was written. Big events like wars or changes in the society can affect what the poem talks about and how it is written. Sometimes, big events in the world, like wars, protests, or new laws, can change the way a poet writes. These events can make a poem more serious, sad, angry, or hopeful. If a poem was written during war, it might talk about pain, fear, or losing someone. If a poem was written during a time of freedom and peace, it might talk about joy or love. Example: Wilfred Owen's poem Dulce et Decorum Est was written during World War I. Understanding the horrors of trench warfare at that time helps readers grasp the poem's strong anti-war message. Let us now discuss the last type, which is socio-cultural context. This refers to the society and culture in which the poet lived, including traditions, social norms, gender roles, class, or race issues. These aspects can influence the poem's content and style. Again, socio-cultural context is about society and culture the poet lived in. This means what kind of rules, beliefs, and ways of life were common where and when the poet lived. How did people act, think, and treat each other? All things matter in socio-cultural context. Example: Maya Angelou's poem, Still I Rise, is inspired by the struggles of African Americans and the fight for equal rights. Knowing this helps us see the poem's strong message about staying proud and strong, even when treated unfairly. In a nutshell, biographical context looks at the poet's personal life. In historical context, it focuses on the time period or era when the poem was written. And socio-cultural context is about the society and culture the poet lived in. Now, let's have a quick activity. You will just simply identify the correct context described or applied in each item. Write either biographical, historical, or socio-cultural on your clean sheet of paper or activity notebook. Number 1. This context considers the poet's personal experiences, emotions, and life events that influenced the poem. Have you answered it already? That's correct. The answer is biographical. Let's now proceed to question number 2. It is a poem that reflects the issues of colonization, and the struggle for independence is best understood through this context. Are you done answering? That's right. The answer is historical. We are now down to the next question. This context involves examining the traditions, customs, beliefs, and societal norms present during the time the poem was written. Are you done writing your answer? Correct. The answer is socio-cultural. Let's now have the fourth question. It is understanding a poet's mental health struggles to interpret themes of despair and isolation in their poem is an example of using this context. Done writing your answer? That's correct. The answer is biographical. Let's now have the fifth and the last question. Analyzing how gender roles and expectations in a specific society influence the themes of a poem falls under this context. Are you through? That's correct. The answer is socio-cultural. Congratulations for getting a passing score in this activity. We will now proceed to the second and last activity. Remember to read each question carefully. Then choose the best answer from the options provided. Number 1. What does biographical context focus on? A. The time period or era in which the poem was written. B. The poet's personal life experiences and background. C. The cultural values and traditions of the poet's society. Or letter D, the major historical events that happened during the poet's life. You have 5 seconds to answer this. You got it right. The answer is letter B, the poet's personal life, experiences, and background. Number 2. Which of the following best describes historical context? A. The poet's beliefs and values. B. The social norms and roles during the poet's time. C. The major events like wars or political changes that shape the poem's themes. Or letter D. The poet's family history and relationships. You got it right. The answer is letter C. The major events like wars, political changes that shape the poem's themes. We'll now proceed to We'll now have the question number 3. How does socio-cultural context influence a poem? A. It tells us about the poet's struggles with their family. B. It shows the cultural rules, traditions, and issues like class, race, and gender in the poet's society. C. It explains the time period in which the poem was written. Or letter D, it focuses on the poet's personal feelings about a specific event. You got it right. The answer is letter B. It shows the cultural rules, traditions, and issues like class, race, and gender in the poet's society. Let's now have question number 4. Which poem's message is deeply shaped by historical context, specifically World War I? A. Because I Could Not Stop for Death by Emily Dickinson. B. Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. C. Dulce et Decorum Est by Wilfred Owen. Or letter D. I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth. You got it right. The answer is letter C. Dulce et Decorum Est by Wilfred Owen. Number 5. What does knowing the socio-cultural context of Maya Angelou's Still I Rise help us understand? A. The poet's thoughts on death. B. The poet's experience with war. C. The poet's pride and resilience in the face of oppression. Or letter D. The poet's love for nature. That's right. The answer is letter C. The poet's pride and resilience in the face of oppression. I hope you were able to pass this activity. Thank you for watching.